Today, when we talk about my street photography gear, let's get into it. This is my street photography bag. I wanted something that was really small and had to be small, had to look good. First and foremost, the reason why I got it is because I really like the look of it. I love how simple it is. It's just so utilitarian, but it also looks really nice. It's minimalistic, it's unassuming, and there's a reason why literally everyone in London has one of these. I love the canvas. It's like a wax canvas, I think. It's very durable, it's water resistant. On top of that, it also has these handles. One of the things that's really important in London is, well, at least if you use the tube or any sort of public transport, is that you need to be able to take your bag off on and off really quickly, because tube carriages get really crammed and you're going to have to take your bag off and hold it in your hand somehow, and it's just so much easier and more convenient when you can just hold it like a tote bag, just like that. Doing my best to try to get my audio a lot better, so I'm hoping that it sounds a lot better now, and I'm really sorry about the construction going in the background. There's nothing I can do about it. There's just, yeah. Another reason why I really like a really small footprint, you know, whenever I go to like a cafe or like a restaurant, I don't want my bag to take up that much space. I don't want to have to put it away in, like, you know, in a cloakroom. I just want it by me, right by my side. So this is basically the layout that I basically go for every single time. It looks like a bit of a mess, so I'll always carry one camera. Usually I only bring one camera at a time, only one camera, because it just doesn't make sense for me to bring more than one camera. I just like to choose one camera for the day and just shoot that. Like, you know, I like to rotate through my cameras and make sure that they all get equal love and attention. It's an empty small rig cage for my X-T3. I don't just bring an empty cage with me. This is for obviously this is where my X-T3 would go. I'm leaving it there just so that you can see how much space it takes. You can see, surprisingly, that it would, even in a cage and the handle, I can still fit that in quite nicely with another camera alongside it and with plenty more space for other things. The reason why it's an empty cage is because obviously I'm filming this video with my X-T3, but you can just imagine, but I've left it in just so you can see what it looks like. And I usually have my 18 to 55mm attached to my X-T3. That's my main video lens. So let's say if I want to take some stills with my X-T3, I always use my 35mm f2. And as you'll see, I've labeled pretty much all my lens caps, just so that I can quickly identify which lens cap goes with which lens. This is my lens filter case. I don't always bring this, to be honest. I only bring this if I know that I might need my ND filter. The one I use is a cheap one. It's from where's it from? It's from Gobi. Gobi filters. I find that this stuff is really affordable and actually really good. This is the variable ND, and I also have in there a bunch of step up and step down rings. So yeah, I don't always bring this lens filter case, and this is something that I always carry with me, regardless of wherever I'm going, if I'm going to shoot or not, and that is a bottle of water. You know, it's pretty obvious why, but I feel like a lot of people don't think about carrying water with them, but it's nothing worse than being dehydrated. I hate being dehydrated. This front pocket, I have a lens cloth, sunblock, you know, because you never know when you're going to need some sunblock. This might seem a bit weird, but a shoehorn. I hate untying it and retying my shoelaces. I just can't be bothered. When I'm at the gym as well, I take my shoes off a lot to switch out into my weightlifting shoes. And yeah, I've just found it so convenient having a shoehorn in my bag that I now keep a shoehorn in basically all of my bags. Yeah, then I'll also carry some film, obviously. I really don't carry that many rolls of film with me each time I go out. Basically, I just like to limit myself to 3 or 4, at most 4 rolls of film per street shoot, because basically the way I see it is that it basically stops me from taking crap shots or just wasting shots. And secondly, each roll of film that I shoot is like another 2 hours of work for me, in terms of scanning, developing, and editing and all that. As much as I say, shoot as much as you can, I like to, you know, I still need to balance it out in terms of, if I'm not going to film, if I know I'm not going to film anything, then I won't bring this, I won't bring my X100V, and literally just be, it would just be my camera and my sort of accessories bag here. It's actually it's from GoPro. I used to have a GoPro before I sold it, but I held on to the bag. So what's in my little accessories bag? So in here I've got a battery pack. You can charge your phone 3-4 times. It's amazing. I can charge my X100V with this. Unbelievably helpful, unbelievably useful. I've got some charging cables. These charging cables are actually for the Rode Wireless mic, the Rode Wireless Go microphones, the transmitter and the receiver. I can't show that to you guys right now because obviously, well, I can show you the transmitter because that's what I'm filming with right now. When I'm not recording, the microphone and the transmitter would go in here. Electric tape, electrician's tape, I don't know what to call it, gaff tape, electrician tape, electrical tape. Yeah, this has come in handy. This takes up no space, so it goes with me everywhere. I don't use it all that often, to be honest, but in the times that I have used it, it has been very, very handy. And since it takes up no space, I keep it with me all the time. I have another lens cloth because I know I have 4 or 5 of these, and I just keep it there because it takes no space. A pen. Pens are always helpful. Always have a pen on you. You never know when you're going to need it. I only have 1 roll of film in there. Usually I keep a lot more. This is something new I've added to my kit, and they are some, hold on, let me just sort that out. They are some alcohol pads, some alcohol swabs. I don't think I need to tell you why I got these. And yeah, these take up no space. I bought like a pack of 100 of them, obviously to disinfect everything, disinfect your camera gear, because you can see I really don't like to carry all that much. And oh yeah, and another reason why I need a really small backpack and as a light setup as possible is because I go cycling. You know, I cycle a lot, and I don't want anything that's heavy and too cumbersome. And having a small bag just it just forces me to minimize my kit and just to carry as little as possible. So as you can see, all I'm really carrying is just a bag, a couple of rolls of film, and some water. Yeah, as I said before, I don't need to carry my X100V if I know I'm not going to video anything. Probably wondering, you know, if I'm worried about it getting damaged by any bumps or whatever. It does have a bit of good padding here. This is quite useful. There is a camera insert that you can get for this, but it's like £100. It's just, I know, it just doesn't seem to be worth it, to be honest. And as you can see, the reason why I don't bother carrying any sort of, why I don't worry about it getting damaged is because everything in here is all quite snugly fit. Nothing moves in there. Like, there's very little space for it to move, even when there's like that. Things aren't moving at all, or not that much at all. This is in its carrying case. This is already protected a fair amount. This is a good amount of foam. That's good enough protection. My X100V is in a cage, like it's in a literal cage. So that's solid. That's protected as well. And since everything doesn't move that much, like I'm not too worried, and I've used this setup for well over a year and everything's been perfectly fine. And in terms of my water, this is completely watertight. You know, like I know some of you might think like, ooh, a bit risky, but honestly this works for me. I'd much rather have this amount of gear, a nice small compact, rather than carrying like a huge load pro tactic. Who actually uses their entire gear on a daily basis, like just for like a quick street shoot? That's the video, guys. If you like the video, like the video, comment something nice down below, subscribe if you haven't already. Yeah, follow me on Instagram because that's where I post to Instagram actually daily. Yeah, I post on Instagram daily, apart from on the weekends, just to give myself a little break. Yeah, check out my portfolio at zain.com. With all that said and done, guys, keep learning, keep shooting. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.